Oh my, it's paradise. How do I say? It's a beautiful day.
Hello, Bots and Bucks fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Beachcomber. Yes, one of my favorite Transformers of all time, who's now gotten a deluxe edition, and this is going to be so cool. I can't wait to jump into this figure, but before we get started, there has to be a special shout out because this figure review would not be possible without one of my best buds from Kentucky named Chris the Tank Hedges. He was able to find this for me and he sent it my way, and I am so appreciative, and he is just the coolest dude. He has so many cool jobs. He's in a band, he's a DJ, he's a biker, he's a Ghostbuster, and he is just, again, a really cool dude. Thank you very much, Chris. I really appreciated this, and this review is for you, buddy. Alright, so take a look at Beachcomber. He is in your standard Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe box. Has a nice open window there. You can see Beachcomber in there. You have 8+, Beachcomber, Transformers Evolution, Hasbro, Deluxe Class, plastic-free packaging, Transformers Generation Symbol, Takara Tommy. On the top of the box, you do have some credits for the box, a QR code, and some tech specs there. That is pretty neat. On this side of the box, you have some Decepticons and some other Transformers I'm not really familiar with. You have plastic-free packaging. On the other side of the box, you have an awesome picture of Beachcomber real close there, and you have a picture of Beachcomber a little far away, and that's cool. On the bottom of the box, you have some more credits for the box and a barcode. And coming around to the back of the box, you have some product shots of Beachcomber with his weapon and his Doom Buggy mode and some more credits for the box. I'll have to talk about that later. But anyway, that is it for the packaging. I don't want to see Beachcomber in the box. I know you guys don't. So let's get him out and see how cool this guy really is. And here we have Beachcomber out of the box, and out of the box he stands a whopping 4.5 inches tall, and he comes with a nice set of instructions that will help you transform him from a robot into a cool Doom Buggy and back again every which way. He comes with a weapon, and he also comes with a little pet pal, all of which we'll take a look at in just a moment. But first off, I want to take a look at Beachcomber himself. And coming real close in on Beachcomber's head, you can see it is the classic G1 head. I love it. It's basically a big blue box with a face sticking out of it, and he has some nice silver for his shades or his visor, whatever you want to call it. I always thought they were sunglasses because he was such a cool dude. You can see a nose molded into his face with a little bit of line for a mouth. Not too prominent, but it is there. The sides of the head does have a little bit of line work on it, so that is cool. Didn't have to do that, but I appreciate all the effort they put into him. Coming back to the front, we're going to zoom out just a little bit so we can see his upper body and his chest. Now, his chest is basically all gray plastic, but you do have just these two parts up here picked out in what appear to be a gunmetal gray. I like that. The chest has a beautiful Autobot symbol there, and this is picked out in silver. I like that. Behind here appears to be a darker gray, probably that same gunmetal gray we had up in these little chest panels. The midsection is broken up with this yellow, blue, and red panel. I like that. You still got a little more detail in the lower midsection here, so that is cool. The shoulders, forearms, and hands are just blue plastic. You got your tires here, which is cool. Coming down the legs, all gray plastic again. Coming down to the lower part of his feet, which is the front of the Doom Buggy with a little bit of silver right here. Now there should be an Autobot symbol in here, but that is a critique for a later time. And you do get a little bit of buggy parts here with the headlights. That's okay. You got some toes sticking out here. That's nice. And the sides, nothing too impressive there. The back, you just got some robot stuff. And that is basically what your Beachcomber is going to look like. And basically what he did look like. I'm really happy with the way he looks. All right, moving on. And for our articulation, start at the head. Now the head can go around 360 degrees, and it can move kind of a little bit down and a little bit up and wiggle left and right. Not a lot there other than the 360 degree rotation, but that's okay. Coming to the shoulders, shoulders can come up from the body and back down. They can go around 360 degrees. There is no bicep rotation because you really can't get in there because the tire is in the way. There is a very nice elbow bend, well over 90 degrees. I like that. And that is built into a forearm rotation, 360 degrees there. That is cool. Coming down to the hand. Now the hand is hard to get to, but it can rotate 360 degrees if you can grab a hold of it. It is kind of boxed into this little section, but yes, you can get it all the way around, so that is cool. To the middle section, you do have 360 degree waist articulation, and that is cool. If you want to use this hinge right here, you can kind of get an ab crunch down and then back up, but that's basically using the legs on, from the opposite way that you're supposed to use the legs, but that's okay. You can fake it that way. Coming to the legs themselves, legs can come up a long ways. You got almost 90 degrees there. On the back, you got past 90 degrees, and then you got out to the side, which is really nice, so he can move his legs around. You do have thigh articulation, 360 degrees there. Coming down to a knee bend, which is about 90 degrees. I like that. And that will bring you down to the foot, which can rock to the inside, so that is neat. Doesn't go forward and doesn't go up or down, but if you want to use the roll bar as kind of a heel, you can kind of do that if that's something that suits you, or if you just want to say that's just for transformation. It's up to you. So yeah, as far as articulation, this little guy has it in spades. All right, moving on. And for accessories, Beachcomber comes with a nice pistol that is painted glossy black on gray plastic, and it's okay. It's got a little bit of detail in it and a nice barrel, and on the other side you have some tabs that it can go into several places. Mostly his hand, he can hold this and zap people if he was so inclined, which he probably wouldn't because he's a geologist and he's a pacifist. So my initial argument was going to be he didn't need a gun, but I believe in the Golden Lagoon and most other times you see him, he was, fighting, so he would have had to have his gun, so that's okay. I'm not as annoyed with it because in vehicle mode, it doubles as his front bumper, so that is good if you want to use it in that capacity. So I'm very happy that they gave it a non-violent use. All right, moving on. And for Beachcomber's next accessory, he comes with the Paradise Parakeet thing. It's nice, it's green, has a very small mold to it, so you do get a little bit of color on the eye, a little bit of yellow. It is molded onto a little peg, and that could fit into several places on Beachcomber's body, like his shoulder, and you can actually have him hold him. And when he's in vehicle mode, it can go into any port that's available on the Doom Buggy mode, so that is really neat. Very nice callback to the Golden Lagoon episode, and I really, really like it. All right, moving on. And for comparison, here you have the Legacy Evolution Beachcomber with the Power of the Primes Beachcomber, which was a Legends class. So I'm thinking the Deluxe class here is basically the same toy as the Legends class here, just upscaled with some better paneling job, because they pretty much look the same and they transform the same, and it's just obvious that why waste this mold when you can just enhance it a little bit and give us an awesome Deluxe Beachcomber, which he's never been a Deluxe before. So I think this is an awesome update, even though it is basically this figure over again. Alright, moving on. And for a bot comparison, here you have Beachcomber with the Earthrise Optimus Prime, the Studio Series Perceptor, the Earthrise Wheeljack, and the Kingdom Warpath. And these are a great group of Autobots. I love how they look and scale together. Most of them are from Season 2, where Beachcomber first appeared in one of the best episodes, the Golden Lagoon. Well, technically the Golden Lagoon had almost every Autobot in it, and it was a great episode, but for the most part it featured Perceptor, Warpath, Beachcomber, Sea Spray, and Power Glide, and we definitely need a new Sea Spray and Power Glide. Still, this is a great group of bots. Alright, moving on. And for transformation, now understand I don't necessarily go by how the instructions tell us to do it, but by the end of the segment we will be where we need to be. And it's going to be fairly simple because this is a Legends class transform in a Deluxe figure. So first thing I like to do is turn Beachcomber around, pull down the parts of his roll bar cage. So that would be these little gray parts, then pull down these heel parts, which will become the Doom Buggy seats all the way down. We can go ahead and open up these little panels right here and then come up to the top. What I like to do here, pull out this roll bar part like such, and that will allow us to extend the top of the body. So that is really cool. You want him looking like that. So let's zoom out just a little bit because he is getting big. Now from here you can see there is some ports right here and a tab for the arms. Just tab those into place. Not a problem at all. Okay, turning around to the back, which is now going to be the top of the Doom Buggy. We are going to fold one leg in at a time, and when you fold the leg in, it's very simple. You will see there is a port here and a tab in the end of the arm section here, and you will tab that into this bottom port. Well, it's the top port, but when you twist it around, it will be the bottom. So make sure you get that in there, and it will fit nice and snug, like such. Okay, do it on the other side. Hopefully the panel won't shut on you. Draw that in. Tab that to the bottom. Okay, now we can close up the front, close up the back. And now, put the seats down, make sure they're pushed down and click into place. Form the front of the roll bar here. And then connect it with the back of the roll bar here. And there you have Beachcomber in his Doom Buggy mode. And that is just an awesome little mode. I love it. Let me make sure it's all squished together, and I'll be right back. And taking a look at Beachcomber in his Doom Buggy mode, he measures about 4 inches long. Coming around to the front, he's about 2.5 inches. There isn't much for the front. You do get a little bit of lights here that aren't painted. The tires are kind of, I don't know, rubbery. They feel rubbery, but it could just be a soft plastic. A lot of good detail in them, so that is neat. Coming to the hood of the vehicle, you do have a nice silver space here, which should have an Autobot symbol on it, but it doesn't, so that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I could take care of that myself. You have the windows here, which don't really look like windows, but that's what they're supposed to be. They are just blue because they connect to the feet and they're really the toes. You got your roll bar, you got some nice gray seats. There is a little bit of detail in the seats, I like that. You do have some cool paneling here for the sides, and then coming to back you can see the engine block, and there's a little detail there. There is a dashboard. You can barely see it if you kind of look through here, but there's some dials and some gauges and such, so that is cool. Coming back down to the complete back, nothing really different, and on the bottom you just got some robot bits, so not really anywhere you could hide that, but it's alright. So for the most part, it's a dune buggy. It's what Beachcomber is supposed to look like, and I'm happy with it. And he rolls really well, so yeah, not too much else that you could ask for this guy. Alright, moving on. And for comparison, here you have the Legacy Beachcomber with the powers of the Primes in their dune buggy mode, and you can see, yeah, it's pretty much identical. There are a few differences because the mold is slightly different, but for the most part you got the same kind of vehicle here, and that's alright. I like it. They are both really good versions of Beachcomber, so whichever ones you like, if you want to, you know, stick with this one or get a more bigger one, I think you'll be happy with either. Alright, moving on. And for comparison, here the Autobots are in their alt modes. Now, some would say Beachcomber's a little big for a dune buggy, but, you know, I think it's alright. Of course, you know, here he is with Optimus in the semi-truck, so yeah, he's pretty big for a dune buggy. It's supposed to be a small vehicle, but then again, hey, it's a microscope. Microscopes are tiny, but this Perceptor is a microscope, so that is cool. And here you are with a standard deluxe car with wheeljack, and I think that is pretty neat. And then here you have Warpath, and I think that's an interesting comparison with a dune buggy and a tank. I don't know. Of course, Warpath's probably a smaller tank as opposed to some of the bigger ones we have, so that is really neat. And yeah, this fell off, and to get on a tangent real quickly, this is the worst part of this wheeljack transformer, these little panels right here. I hate them because now not only would they always pop off during transformation, but this one actually has officially broken now because it can no longer go on to the tab. And that's okay, because you know why? I'm going to pay $100 for another wheeljack that's just painted differently just so I can get a Hound. So I can't believe Hasbro can do this. When all they could have done is give us the Amazon exclusive Mirage and Sideswipe to go into the 5-pack, but no, they couldn't do that. They have to give us all repeat except for Hound, which is... But anyway, I digress. So that is going to be your comparisons. Moving on. And this has been the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Beachcomber, and I love this little guy. Beachcomber has always been one of my favorite Autobots from the G1 cartoon. He was so cool and mellow and a pacifist, and he really gave the team heart, I think. And he's one of many characters who did that. And because of him, the show became more than just two robot factions battling it out. It had heart. So those are some of the reasons Beachcomber was always one of my favorites. As far as the toy goes, this is an awesome little figure. It is, again, an upscaled version of a Legends class figure, and that's okay. The transform is very simple and easy. You're not going to go crazy trying to twist things around. It looks great, just like a G1 Beachcomber should. I like the paint details that they gave it with the colors. It is missing an Autobot symbol on the front of the dune buggy, but again, I could add one of those because I have a whole bunch of them. The articulation's good. The accessories are okay. He does need his gun, and the bird was just an awesome bonus, so I really like that. So yeah, that's pretty much Beachcomber in a nutshell, and I really love this figure. So if you are looking for this figure, you can find him on the shelves now at your local retailers, and he will run anywhere between $25 to $30, If you can't find them on the shelves, check online. And if that doesn't work, hopefully you'll have a great friend in Kentucky like I did. Thanks again, Chris, that will send him your way. Alright guys, that's it. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, keep playing.
Another day, another adventure.
Welcome to the air. It's time for my finale. Please do not pretend you know what lies beneath. You're not in my dreams, or see what nightmares haunt me. Nothing's what it seems. Don't need your therapy. Enjoy the show.